external ear. This is the tragus, this is the antitragus, this is the concha. It's going to direct sound into the external auditory meatus. This is the helix, this is the antihelix, this is the scaphoid fossa. Down here is the lobule. The entire structure is called the auricle. As we move, sound waves travel in through the external ear canal, and they're going to vibrate the tympanic membrane. The tympanic membrane is the door between the external ear and the middle ear. Tympanic membrane is going to vibrate the malleus, which is going to vibrate incus. Malleus is a kind of a round head. Incus has a triangular head. Incus is going to come down and vibrate stapes. So malleus to incus, incus to stapes. Stapes is going to go through the oval window and stimulate the cochlea. The cochlea is this tubular structure which is lined with little hair cells. Those hair cells are going to vibrate, and they're going to change that mechanical impulse into a nerve impulse which stimulates the cochlear nerve, which gets carried to the brain and registered as sound. As we look back into the middle ear, we go back to the middle ear canal. The middle ear, the integrity of the middle ear is maintained by the eustachian tube or the auditory tube. Above the auditory tube is the tensor tympani muscle, which is going to tensor relax the tympanic membrane. Below the eustachian tube is the tensor villi palatini muscle. We come back here. This is the internal carotid artery looping its way up through here. And now we get into the vestibular system. We have 3 semicircular canals that compose the bony labyrinth. The bony labyrinth is made up of the superior semicircular canal, the posterior semicircular canal, and the transverse or lateral semicircular canal. Inside here is going to be the utricle and the saccule, and those, the shifting of the fluid in those is going to stimulate the vestibular portion of the vestibulocochlear nerve. I missed one on the sound. After the waves go through the cochlea, the vibrations go through the cochlea and stimulate the vestibular cochlear nerve, the outlet from the cochlea is this little belly button here called the round window. So the oval window in, the round window out on the hearing apparatus.
Which one was stapes?
This little stirrup
okay.
here is stapes.
Okay.
Stapes is a stirrup. Looks like an English, looks like we write English in that one. All right, as we move into the ear here, this particular model, again, we have the internal carotid artery. Here is the vestibulocochlear nerve. This is the cochlea here. The cochlea, this actually shows you the different layers of the cochlea as it circles around. This is the oval window. This is the round window. Oval window where the stapes goes in, round window here. As we look at the, it's actually easiest to see when you put it in here the way it belongs. There we go. This is the, this is the superior semicircular canal. This tubular structure here is the membranous labyrinth. This is the membranous labyrinth of the anterior semicircular canal, or superior semicircular canal. This is the posterior semicircular canal. This is the lateral semicircular canal. Inside we have that orange fluid that's called perilymph. Then you have the membranous labyrinth. Then you have, endolymph is inside. Holy cow. Endolymph is inside. Then you have the membranous labyrinth. Then you have perilymph. Then you have the bony labyrinth. Again, we have tympanic membrane. We've got malleus, incus into stapes. We have the auditory tube and the tensor tympani muscle and tensor villi palatini muscle. So that's a different view. The third view is this Denoyer-Jeppert model. You want to take a break on the